Hello, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us tonight on TCM and a second sci-fi epic that foretells an uneasy future. Our last film, which was our weekly edition of The Essentials with my co-host this season, director Brad Bird, was the definitive big-screen sci-fi epic of the 1960s, 2001: A Space Odyssey, produced, co-written, and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Up next, a bleak peek at life in the 25th century, from Warner Brothers in 1971, THX 1138. This is a historically important film as it's the debut picture of George Lucas, a director 6 years away from changing what audiences could expect from science fiction with Star Wars. But other than sharing a genre, THX 1138 and Star Wars are lightsabers apart. Lucas once described THX 1138 as something that would look like a documentary crew made a film about some character in a time yet to come. It depicts daily life in an underground world that is cold, rigid, and devoid of emotion. Robert Duvall stars as the title character, THX 1138. He lives with his female roommate, LUH 3147, played by Maggie McComey. Like others in this society, they have been completely desexualized. Their heads are shaved and they wear colorless, utilitarian clothes. Moreover, they're pumped with medications that turn them into obedient and servile citizens. Duvall's dreary, monotonous daily routine is defined by work in a factory that manufactures android police that keep order in this dystopian future. They look like ancestors to the T-1000. That's the shape-shifting liquid metal killer in Terminator 2. THX 1138 is a reworked and expanded version of a student film Lucas made at the University of Southern California. It won him the top prize at the National Student Film Festival and an internship at Warner Brothers, where director Francis Ford Coppola took Lucas under his wing. Coppola had a deal with Warner Brothers to make 5 pictures, and he used his clout to convince the studio to allow Lucas to direct THX 1138 and release it under the banner of the pair's new production company, American Zoetrope. Here it is from 1971, the first feature from director George Lucas, THX 1138. George Lucas described THX 1138 as a metaphor about the way we lived in the early 60s. It's about consumerism, he said, about conformity, the disintegration of emotions, about trying to make everything perfect in a way that was nightmarish. Despite Lucas's heady intentions, THX 1138 fell flat with audiences. Warner Brothers didn't like it, recutting the film as well as slashing the budget set aside to promote it. It might have remained completely forgotten if Lucas had not followed it up with 2 films that changed how the industry saw him: American Graffiti from 1973 and 4 years later, Star Wars. Lucas has maintained a fondness for his feature debut, reworking THX 1138 in 2004 for a director's cut edition, which added some material back to the film as well as several newly created digital effects. Coming up, take a dangerous turn down Noir Alley as Eddie Muller brings us the 1955 noir Kiss Me Deadly. It's a documentary about singer Lita Ford's 1988 pop hit, you know it. Late for my job, traffic was bad, had to borrow $10 from my old man. It ain't no big thing. Kiss me once, kiss me twice, come on, pretty baby, kiss me deadly. Come on, that was a pretty good one. The real Kiss Me Deadly is next on Turner Classic Movies.